Yeah. Alright, so once you're this far, you got your outline going of your snake, right click and go to Make Selection. You can keep everything like this, 0 pixels, anti-alias, new selection, click OK. And we're just going to go up to Edit Copy, Edit Paste. Alright, you won't see any difference except that we have a new layer here. And I'm going to turn the eyeball off the old snake. And now here's our new snake head. It's all ready to be manipulated. Okay, so our snake is very large head. It's going to look like it's kind of in the foreground. And we want it to be tilted so that it lines up with the banana here. I'm going to go ahead and turn the opacity of it down just a little bit so that we can see where the banana is in relation to the snake head. And I'm going to go to Edit Free Transform. And I'm just going to go outside the box here and rotate this so that it lines up with the banana here. And I'm actually going to have the situated just about here. And the banana can be rotated too. I'm gonna grab the banana, and you can go to Edit Free Transform or just push Control T. I'm gonna rotate the banana because I don't want the snake to be too dipped down, basically. So here's our banana, and I'm gonna make sure it's close to the ground. I'm on my Move tool, and I'm just nudging it with the arrows of my keyboard. And I'm going to go back to my snake, and I'm going to move this in place, and looks like it needs to just be a little bit larger. I'm going to push Control T for Free Transform, make the head, width of the neck a little bit larger, and move it up just a little bit. Want that chin to overlap the banana peel here just a little bit. And I'm lining this up just like that. Okay, once it's in place, I'm going to turn the opacity back up. Okay, so now we have our snake head and the banana in place. The next thing we're going to do is I'm going to make this snake have the same kind of coloring as this banana. And so I'm going to make a new layer, and I'm just going to name this layer Color. Oop. And on this layer, I'm going to use my paintbrush, and I'm going to use, I'm going to click on my color, and I'm actually going to pick up a color from the banana here until I find something that I like. I want something that's more the light yellow kind of color. So maybe a light tan. Like that maybe. There's good. Just kind of a light tan. And click OK. And with my paintbrush, I'm just going to use a hard edge brush, and I'm going to use a big size so that the radius is large, because I just want to color over the snake basically. So I'm just going to color over the snake, just paint over the top of it so that it's completely covered. And then I'm going to go to my layer style, which is normal, and change it to color, which is at the bottom here. And so now our snake has more of the coloring of the banana. We're going to fix the eye and the teeth. I'm actually going to use a different color for the eye. For the eye, I'm going to use kind of a red color. Something kind of faded red like this. And I'm going to zoom in on the eye. And on my color layer, I'm going to use a much smaller brush. Probably something below 20. 16 is good. And I'm going to start coloring in the eye. Now it's got a wicked red eye. You can make that eye color a little bit more faint, like we can use a more faded color. I think it wouldn't look as good with this really dark red. Maybe just a hint of red here. So I'm just going to color over this with the lighter version. Ah, yes. So now our snake has a nice red eye. And we also want the fangs to come back. I'm going to add a layer mask, which is this button right down here, add layer mask. And with my black paintbrush, it'll erase. And I want to turn the opacity down. I'm going to change it to 50. And I'm also going to increase the size of my brush. That's good. And zoom in. And I'm just going to bring back the original color of the teeth a little bit so that they're not yellow. We want the snake's face still be yellow, but the fangs and the mouth, we don't want those to look yellow. We want them to look like the original coloring. So we're just going to come in here and bring that original color back slightly. Alright, yeah, that looks much better. Okay, now I'm going to go back to my snake, to the one we cut out, and I'm going to go to Image, Adjustments, Levels, and I'm going to pull this to the left so that the snake, it lightens up. If you pull it to the right, it gets darker, and if you pull it to the left, it gets lighter, and we want the snake to resemble the color of the banana, and so that's what we're doing. I'm just trying to get the snake to have the same kind of coloring as the banana. And so you just pull this to the left a little bit, probably about there is good. You just want to eyeball it, make sure that the snake skin looks close. I mean, it's not going to look like the same over here, but over here it does. And click OK, and I've just noticed that the banana tip is right here. I'm going to move my snake head over just a little bit with the move tool so that it goes over the tip of the banana. Maybe even transform it again. Control T. Move that into place. There. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to mask the actual snake head. And I'm going to make a mask for the layer 1, which is our snake, and I'm going to name this snake cutout just so that I know what it is. Add a mask, use my black paintbrush, and I'm going to move the opacity back up to 100 just for a moment because I want to just get rid of this stuff down here so that it blends in there. There. Now I'm going to switch to a soft brush. Maybe 162 looks good. And I'm going to change the opacity down to, let's say, 30%. And with this, I'm just going to kind of draw over the snake here a little bit so that it erases. And I'm just going to fade this in slowly so that the scales kind of blend in with the banana. And on second thought, I'm going to move the banana over to the very edge. Right there. I'm going to move the snake over with my move tool. I'm going to free transform it one more time. It really needs to be lined up a little bit better with the banana. There we go. Now when we do that, you'll notice that the eye, the little red on the eye has changed. So I'm going to go to my layer where there's color and use the move tool, and I'm just going to move the eye back on top, or the red part right back on top of the eye. And you can use your arrow keys to nudge it into place. There we go. Go back to your layer mask for the snake cutout. It's this white box here. And use your black paintbrush. And just go ahead and get rid of a lot more of the snake here. We're going to make it so that he is a little bit lower down. So I'm going to use my move tool. And I'm just going to use the arrow keys on my keyboard and move him down so that he meets up with the banana here. Just like that. And now we got rid of this little hump problem here because the banana was kind of coming in here a little bit. So there we go. Once it kind of lines up here and there a little bit better. And we also have this kind of, let me zoom in really quick so you can see. It kind of goes in and to a point and then back around. I'm just going to use my hard brush here with 100%, and I'm just going to clean that up a little bit. I'm going to decrease the size of the brush. There we go. And just clean that up just a little bit. Just a few little clicks here just to smooth that out, make it not look like it's bowing in so much. There we go. That looks just about right. So once yours looks close to this, the scales and the banana kind of blend in together right here. And the snake's head is the same color or similar color. Oh, one thing that I am noticing is that now that we've moved this thing, our color is off. So our color layer here, I'm going to use the move tool and I'm going to find that eye. See that eye right there? You can move this color thing around until you find the little eye. Just make sure that that goes on top of the snake's eye. And it's not perfectly over the top right now. It's a little off to the side. I'm just going to use my move tool and the arrow keys, and I'm going to nudge that. So I'm just hitting the arrows until it's right over the top. And there we go. This is a good completed version of our snake. Go ahead and save this. This is a completed project, and name it Banana Snake as your title.